Hi there. In the last video we covered with you the first mistake coaches make, which was asking closed questions. Today we are going to delve into the next common mistake, giving out advice. Let's dive in. The information I'm sharing comes from my book 50 Mistakes of a Beginning Coach. What I love about being a coach is that a coach doesn't need to give advice or recommendations to clients. And there is a big advantage to that. Do you know what it is? Coaches can handle a wide range of client requests without needing to be experts in their specific topics. Unlike consultants, psychologists, or psychoanalysts, we have the flexibility to reach a broader audience. To work successfully, a coach must learn to actively listen to clients and ask the right questions. For each client request, there are core questions crucial for effective coaching. I will leave a link to the introductory section of my book 10 Coaching Techniques below this video. Check this out, you will find it valuable. So, it might seem obvious that coaches shouldn't give advice according to standard practice. However, beginners or less experienced coaches often do it anyway. Let's look at the 4 reasons why advice doesn't work in coaching. The first reason: advice can feel forced. That's exactly how a client may perceive it. The second reason: advice might not match what someone actually wants. Have you ever been given advice that simply didn't suit you? It's one thing when the advice is free, but it's quite another when you've paid the coach €100 and the advice is completely unsuitable. The third reason: advice can come across as pressure. When giving advice, you might face resistance from the client. This resistance can negatively impact the partnership and hinder the coaching process. And the last reason: advice won't be heard if no one asked for it. We know that unsolicited advice is usually ignored. Additionally, in coaching, the client is ultimately responsible for the outcome. If the advice isn't carefully considered, the client might shift responsibility to you and become dissatisfied with your work. Do you want this situation in your practice? I'm sure you don't. Let's see how a few clients reacted to some advice. These examples come from the real practice of non-professional coaches. First scenario: client: I need to meet with my business partner and discuss this issue. Coach: why do you need to talk to him right now? You can do what you've planned on your own. Client: I'm not going to do everything myself. We're business partners. I need to discuss who will be responsible for what. I'm sure that after such a reaction, the coach will lose some of the client's trust. If the client decided to communicate with a partner, that's great, let them do it. The client is responsible for the result. At this point, all you need to do is to ask a clarifying question regarding when they plan to do it. For example, when are you going to meet with your business partner and discuss this issue? Okay, let's move on to another example. Client: I'll ask my husband today what he thinks about my action plan. Coach: it's better not to ask him anything. Do everything yourself. Client: I can't do that. We're a team. So, how will you respond here? Why should you face resistance? If the client has decided to ask their husband, just accept it. I hope you liked these examples. Although coaches generally don't give advice or recommendations to clients, there is one exception. According to the professional coaching standards of the European Coach Federation (ECF), coaches can give advice under specific circumstances. This is permissible if it's been agreed with the client when discussing the rules of work at the beginning of the coaching session, and the client is open to hearing your perspective. In my book 50 Mistakes of a Beginning Coach, I explain how to handle this properly. And it's essential that you are truly an expert on the client's issue to ensure their satisfaction. However, I recommend you rarely use this option, as the client typically has all the answers within themselves. The key is to ask the right open-ended questions. Okay, guys, let's wrap up for today. I hope you found my masterclass insightful. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button and leave your comment. Don't forget to download the introductory sections of my books for more tips and insights. See you in my next videos. Bye for now.